Afro-American history. I'm pleased to announce that Tom Hall Auctions will be offering the first of a few parts of this collection at auction on December 17th. Today, Barry has agreed to sit and talk to us and answer a few questions about his wonderful collection. Barry, how long have you been putting together your impressive and extensive collection?
It's been close to 30 years now.
30 years?
Yes. My first piece that I ever bought was in Allentown. It was a mechanical bank, Dyna, which is a fairly popular bank. And that kind of got me interested into seeing what else is out there in terms of mechanical banks. My second purchase was the penny pitch baseball bank, African-American.
Do you still have those in your collection?
No, I do not.
You do not, okay. Were you influenced by anyone in particular or by a special event?
Well, there was a lady by the name of Melinda Saunders from Maryland who put on different specialty shows for African-American collectors. And I got involved with her over the years, and she was just a beautiful lady, and she kind of showed me the breadth of what there was to collect in various areas of interest in African-American history.
Do you have a special interest in the items that you've collected? Is there anything in particular that you're drawn more to?
Well, you know, there were a couple pieces that were given to me by some people that I became friends with over time. And one of them was I'm sorry, but I just got to focus, was a poster which one of my daughters is going to keep for herself.
That's good. You're going to keep it in the family.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Okay. Your collection, Barry, spans so many categories: history, slavery, advertising, music, politics. Out of your collection today, what would be something that you would say is the most important item in the collection today?
Well, that's really hard to say because as I began to collect over the years and look in certain areas, slavery, there's a few items there that are particularly interesting. The bill of sales for a 10-month-old baby, for example. I have bills of sales of auctions for people in some plantations in Louisiana that not only have the written announcement but also the newspaper clipping that goes with it. And military is pretty interesting because for many years I thought that Colonel Young, who had graduated from West Point, was the first African-American that was made a colonel in military. But about 2 or 3 weeks ago when my grandson was here, we found a Colonel Young who was made a colonel for the North Carolina Volunteers. And he was actually the first African-American as a colonel in the military in the United States.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So I'm learning something new all the time.
What do you think is the oldest piece you have in your collection?
The oldest piece I have, I believe, is predates Revolutionary War. There are some court documents I discovered from Virginia, 1776. And there were several pieces, but the most interesting, I believe, was a document that the courts had found a slave guilty of treason, and they sentenced him to hang. Now, when you think about it, you know, pre-Revolutionary War period, you know, we didn't, you know, as in general as Americans, we didn't have our freedom from England yet, and yet we were going to hang somebody who had no standing in our society. We're going to hang them for treason. For what country?
Very interesting. Barry, on behalf of Tom Hall Auctions and in cooperation with Eleanor Janitas for handling our cataloging, we'd like to thank you for entrusting us with your collection.
Well, thank you. And I had come to Tom Auctions years ago, Tom Hall Auctions years ago, and I know you're reputable, and when I first met you and Eleanor, I felt very comfortable. You were very professional. and very caring about handling my collection. So I'd like to thank you.
We appreciate that. For more information on this upcoming auction and the other auctions that we will be handling, go to tomhallauctions.com. And the first auction is December 17th. And I'd like to thank you, Barry.
Thank you very much.